We all know the complicated relationship YouTubers or content creators like myself and our viewers have with ads. I get it. It's more annoying than ever. Not only do you have more ads than ever on certain platforms like YouTube, but they force you into buying whatever premium it is, and then they jack the price of that up too. And then you do that, and then you have to hear me talk about, promo code TheQuartering at metapcs.com to save on your next gaming computer, or coffeebrandcoffee.com/summer to get our summer bundle. And it all gets to be a little bit too much. And it's a delicate balance that I'm not always on the right side of. But now it appears that YouTube was caught intentionally throttling viewers' videos to force them to buy YouTube Premium. This is absolutely crazy. Let's take a look.
I totally believe that. YouTube's been messing with me for a long time. And I don't even use AdSense. It's for different reasons, but the same effect. Messing with your computer, freezing it, slowing it down, all kind of madness. Crazy stuff, man.
Look at the story. Of course, about 1,600 remain on the pre-order of our summer bundle drop. It's Kona coffee. It's a 7-ounce bag of Kona coffee, a 12-ounce bag of Tiger's Blood, which is our best flavor ever. I promise you that. Blackberry cream, our construction coin, and a signed thank you letter from me, signed and numbered. We do these drops 3-4 times a year, and the last one was a huge success. This one is the first ever time we've offered Kona, and this thing is absolutely amazing. It's going to help us build out our facilities, our fulfillment facilities, and get some machinery in there. That's going to make life easier. So if you want to support us, please pick it up. It's coffeebrandcoffee.com/summer. Link will also be in the description. YouTube
Didn't even realize he was trying to sell me something, but
might slow down videos if you use ad blockers. It may not be in your head. It's not your imagination. YouTube is slow.
yes, finally a video talks about YouTube doing what it does to certain people. Man, it's a good video, man.
Slowing down videos if you use an ad blocker. PC World spotted new rumors floating around online, on Reddit and elsewhere, that folks using ad blockers are seeing throttled speeds. Now, to be clear, this has not been confirmed, but it's far from the first time folks have felt this way. Earlier this year, for instance, users saw degraded quality and performance when using ad blocker, which YouTube ultimately said it was not doing. Let's go back.
It's not just ad blocker, it's everything, man. And I don't think it's just YouTube. I think it's just the internet doing what the internet does. But eventually someone will figure out what's going on.
Back to that story, which was only a few months ago. By the way, again, I know that some people just don't want to deal with the ads. I get it. And I hope that they buy my coffee or they support one of my sponsors. As a
Man, ain't nobody buying no coffee, bro. Well, maybe it's some people, but what?
user, I generally just let ad reads go, or as a creator, because that's kind of the fair thing to do, right? But as like my viewers go, I don't really care what you do, but I hope that you support some of the stuff I do otherwise. But this was back in January. YouTube recently started slowing down its entire site whenever ad blockers are used. A new wave of slowdowns is hitting users, with the only resolutions being disabling the ad blocker or upgrading to premium. This feels illegal. Now, YouTube did issue a statement that they said these slowdowns are not of its own doing, and it's simply a bug with ad block, and has
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
also been highlighted as the likely cause. So they're saying, oh, well, the ad block software, YouTube said that its latest browser crackdowns aren't part of its ad blocking crackdown, but I don't necessarily believe that. YouTube's crackdown on ad blockers has had a lot of effects on users, but according to YouTube, its latest wave of browser slowdowns aren't actually a result of the company's actions at all. Back in November, YouTube users with ad blockers enabled found that their browsers were slowing to a crawl whenever YouTube.com was loaded up. It wasn't a particularly widespread issue at the time, but YouTube directly took responsibility for it, saying, in the past week, users using ad blockers may have experienced suboptimal viewing, which included delays in loading regardless of the browser that they were using. Fast forward to last week, and what appeared to be a new aggressive form of action rolled out. Users have noticed over the past couple of weeks that YouTube has been very slow when an ad blocker is installed. As our Andrew Romero first reported this weekend, it was also noted by PC Gamer that the latest browser slowdowns on YouTube were spiking CPU usages on some machines. So, I mean, that's pretty wild in and of itself, right? Like the fact that they're, spiking CPU usage on viewers' computers. Like I obviously don't know how they do this, how they know how to do this, but it's pretty wild.
Hackers, bro. Hacker trolls.
Now YouTube says the latest browser slowdown actually isn't its doing. After all, speaking with Android Central, YouTube says that these slowdowns are unrelated to its ad blocker detection. Now you can decide whether or not you believe Google, whose sole income is from selling our data to the government and running ads, or you can believe...
They're selling that data. Oh, so it's Google then. Google is the one who's probably messing with me and a lot of other people. Okay.
Believe your own lying eyes. Now this says it's not... Now at this latest report from today, it says it's not been confirmed, but it's far from the first time this has happened. The go-around users have reported as seeing a pop-up message experiencing interruptions. That message reportedly led to a page which indicated ad blockers could affect video playback. Still, it's not a full confirmation that YouTube is slowing down your videos if you use ad blockers. So here's the tweet. YouTube users have reported receiving messages warning against ad blockers, preventing them from watching videos. Now, I have not, I use different browsers. So, I mean, I'll use Chrome once in a while. I use Brave. I use whatever. When I use Brave, it has some built-in stuff, so I've never really seen it. But on my phone, I use the YouTube app, and I don't have any blockers on there. So I have not seen this. But it is interesting that it says, it's like ad blockers violate YouTube's terms of service. I mean, they're trying to basically fearmonger people into, using this. YouTube will never completely disable ad block, but it will become increasingly more annoying to do over time. If you're in the top 20% of internet savvy users, you won't ever need to worry about ads for quite some time. I have a lot of respect for Asmongold, but he makes his money from people paying $5 a month to YouTube, or to Twitch. A lot of Twitch streamers are always like, yeah, I don't want to run ads, but it's like, yeah, because they make money. They make more than enough money with subscriptions. That's not really how YouTube works. People can join as a member, or they can super chat here or there, but the ecosystem on YouTube isn't quite the same. Many YouTubers, including myself, still largely rely on ad revenue. YouTube bans multiple ad blockers as platform plans to give subscribers ads. YouTube is cracking down harder on ad blockers by closing loopholes found in browser extensions. For years, YouTube has waged war against ad blockers in an attempt to make more users pay for its subscription service in the form of Premium and Premium Lite. By the way, Rumble has a premium service if you don't want to see their ads, and I have a free promo code. Promo code TheQuartering, one word, at rumble.com/premium will give you a free month of premium. I don't know how long
Another ad, bro? Okay.
that promo code's going to last, but if you want to go to Rumble Premium to get rid of their ads, I at least can get you a free month. While Google-owned platforms shut down ad blockers on Chrome, other browsers like Firefox have third-party extensions that allow viewers to bypass waves of ads. As spotted by TechSpot, YouTube users have been reporting receiving messages warning them that ad blockers are not allowed to have preventing them watch videos. In June, many users on social media documented how YouTube had successfully detected their ad blockers. One screenshot showed the platform warning a user how ad blockers violate terms of services, urging them to disable it or pay them per month. I'm seriously done with YouTube. Why don't they just get the hint? Literally every single human hates what they are doing with blocking ad blockers. They're slammed. And yes, I use uBlock Origin.
You got to understand that YouTube has to make its money back using ads. So even if it's in the premium, I could totally understand why they would do that. even though it's illegal since you're paying for a premium. But in the end, they gotta get their money. They got to, yeah.
I also tried Pi's ad blocker. That didn't work either. Here's the reality. If, as an advertiser, a lot of people don't know, before I, got into YouTube, I ran an advertising agency. I would not want my ads shown to somebody who's gone out of their way to say they don't want to see ads. Yes, YouTube makes more money, but the advertiser is getting screwed because they already have this hostile engagement. Every time I talk about my coffee, one of the top comments is like, skip to this to not hear the ad. Why do I not delete those comments or
No one wants coffee, bro. Come up with a different idea.
bother engaging with them? Because everybody who's butthurt about me trying to make a living isn't going to buy my coffee anyway. So it's better to just make it easy for them to skip it. That's the harsh reality when you're an advertiser and you're trying to, get by and you're trying to, sell a product. You're better off not forcing your ads on customers that have already said, hey, I don't want to see them. They're trying to increase ad revenue, one said, while another linked it to Edward Zitron's report on Google's former head of search and how he destroyed Google search. The latest attack on ad blockers comes as YouTube has already announced that ads are going to start appearing on Shorts for Premium Lite subscribers. Premium Lite is a cheaper subscription and it does not have all the bells and whistles of main YouTube Premium.
Wow. Premium Lite. Okay.
But it does block most ads. So the fact that they already force everyone into paying $7.99 a month to block ads, and then like 2 months later, they said, well, you're going to see some ads. And we all know what's going to happen in another 2 months. That's going to be even more ads. Now, again, I don't have any discount codes for YouTube Premium, but if you're a Rumble viewer or you want to, give that a try, promo code TheQuartering gives you a free month of Rumble Premium. This is bad. Now, again, also, YouTube Premium change hints at new subscription prices going up by 62%. This is back in April. This is not just a YouTube thing, by the way. This is, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix. Literally everybody out there is raising the price and offering less quality. More and more slop. AI, YouTube is completely overrun with AI slop. Completely overrun with it. Why would I want to pay $7.99 a month?
Some of that AI slop is pretty good, though. Can't lie.
They're $9.99 a month to support that. I would rather YouTube ban AI videos entirely. That might actually make me want to pay for it. They're trying to replace your favorite TV shows. Well, sure, most people spend most of their time watching YouTube, but I feel like more and more people are going to get pretty annoyed the lengths that they're going to actually screw with people's computers if you say you don't want to see ads. Again, hey, get the pre-order bundle. That'll get you. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to feel any guilt for not watching ads for a full year on my channel. Not that people feel guilty about blocking ads anyway, but yeah, this is not the way, YouTube. It's just going to piss more people off, and it's certainly not to get them to convert. This is a boomer's decision. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Well, peace.